Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson, working through our series on planning your peak week. And last time we left off discussing what if you have multiple stage appearances, multiple classes. Well, what if you have multiple days? What if you are going to be on stage Friday night to Saturday night, or maybe even at a big show you could be on like on a Thursday and then you're not back on until a Saturday. So Adam, first of all, with all of the organizations out there, what do you see the most common spreads if somebody does have multiple days to contend with?
Typically, I see like a Friday, Saturday schedule. So prejudging might be on Friday and then finals be on Saturday. The Arnold is a weird beast because they'll do Thursday, Saturday, which is very strange. So you have that Friday of just an extra day of monitoring my clients for peak week, making sure they stay on point, and then they're back more to a show day menu. So kind of two separate show days that we're working off of.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes that can actually work to your advantage as long as you know how to manage that process. So I know, Adam, with the shows where they have two different days, it is often evenings. You know, I've seen, Friday night and Saturday night. And to me, that's fantastic because you have the whole day to get any work in that you want. If you need a light workout or light cardio, you can get some meals in to see how the body is responding. So is there anything that you do differently when you know you've got somebody on that Friday and Saturday night split?
Yeah, I might watch sodium a little more carefully on Friday. You have to make sure that you don't shoot sodium so high that they get an aldosterone shift for finals. Now, granted, in that situation, if they do well on Friday and they win their class, they're more than likely in a pro card situation, but you still want them going for the overall as sharply as they can. So making sure that you monitor that sodium well. And also, I might actually have them eat a fibrous meal right after prejudging to make sure that digestion's on point, and it should have plenty of time to clear the system by the time they're on that next Saturday. So those are two big considerations. Where do we put the fiber back in, and where do we put the sodium at the day of, and making sure that we're just not battling an aldosterone shift that next day that can really kind of blind you as a coach, because if you have carbs and everything where you want it, if they're holding water, it's hard to see or understand why unless you can see what that looks like.
And this is another reason why I've gone more to a foolproof progressive linear load, because I love what you said about making sure that you don't do something for that first stage appearance that then can really put you in a weird spot for the second day. Because a lot of people are shooting for that stage appearance as a peak that's almost like a one and done thing. Like you're going to have some really bizarre homeostatic swing in another direction. Maybe you don't even know what's happening or can't predict it. Mm-hmm. And you really want to know exactly what's happening physiologically so that you can start managing it again for that next day. So if you've been progressively loading carbs and you're at a point where you're not going super high or super low and trying to get an exact timing situation, you can maintain that peak throughout the whole process. So is there anything that you see in terms of somebody who might have been a little flat or a little spilled over something the first day, and then how do you go about rectifying that for the second?
Yeah, if they're a little flat, we know we can be a little more aggressive with food still that day after the show. So even when my clients get off stage, I want to watch them until that next stage appearance, and we can add food in. We can do anything to make that appearance even better the second day. But I like what you said about that second day usually being later in the day. It gives you more time so they can get a workout in. If they are, a little filmy in the morning, sometimes the workout just brings them right back into that tightness, and just getting that body temperature elevated is huge. And I know especially for girls, having those makeup appointments later can be just so much better, because it tends to be more their typical schedule to wake up at 7 or 8 versus 3 or 4 in the morning just to get your hair makeup done.
Yeah, that can be brutal. So, you know, one of the things that sticks out in my mind is this is all the more reason to take peak week as a very serious management process. A lot of people think, okay, I've got my plan, I'm just going to follow it, don't even have to think about anything else. There's so much happening dynamically in our body. The physiology is shifting so much that if you're not good at reading that and seeing and understanding exactly what's happening, you're really going to miss the chance to manage your way or coach your way into much bigger wins. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the series, Adam, as we keep talking about some of these nuances and how to plan and anticipate your entire peak week. So we will catch you guys next time.